Deep within the Amazon rainforest, a secret lay hidden. Sunlight struggled to penetrate the dense canopy, casting long, eerie shadows on the forest floor. The air hung heavy with humidity, thick with the smell of damp earth and decaying leaves. It was here, in this unforgiving wilderness, that the remains of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 were found. The discovery was as shocking as it was heartbreaking. The once gleaming white fuselage, now a skeletal frame consumed by rust and vines, lay broken and battered. The plane's nose, charred black, pointed accusingly at the sky. Twisted metal, a testament to the violence of the crash, glinted ominously in the dappled sunlight. The jungle had claimed the plane as its own. Vines, thick as a man's arm, snaked around the wings and through shattered windows. Trees, their roots hungry for sustenance, had burrowed into the plane's underbelly, slowly consuming it. The silence of the rainforest was broken only by the chirping of insects and the occasional screech of a parrot. It was an unsettling silence, a stark contrast to the cacophony of the rainforest. It was as if the jungle itself was holding its breath, paying respect to the souls lost in its unforgiving embrace. Scattered amongst the wreckage were the remnants of lives cut short. A child's shoe, its bright pink color faded by the relentless sun, lay next to a tattered suitcase. A book, its pages curled and brown, lay open as if its reader had just set it down. And then there were the skeletons, their bones bleached white by the sun, a stark reminder of the human cost of this tragedy. The air was thick with the ghosts of the past, whispers of laughter, the murmur of conversations, the sharp cries of fear. All gone, replaced by an eerie silence that spoke volumes. The jungle held its secrets close, a silent guardian of the tragic story that unfolded beneath its canopy. 7 years ago, on March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport, destined for Beijing. On board were 227 passengers and 12 crew members, all unaware of the nightmare that awaited them. The first leg of the journey was uneventful. At 12:41 a.m., Captain Zaharia Ahmad Shah, a veteran pilot with over 18,000 flight hours, calmly radioed air traffic control, reporting a smooth takeoff. The first sign of trouble came at 1:07 a.m. when the plane's ACARS, Aircraft Communications Addressing and Reporting System, stopped transmitting data. At 1:19 a.m., the last voice communication from the cockpit was received, a routine message from Captain Shah, "Good night, Malaysian 370. 2 minutes later, at 1:21 a.m., the plane's transponder, which transmits its location, went silent. By 2:22 a.m., Malaysian military radar had lost contact with the plane. The last contact with MH370 came at 8:11 a.m. A faint ping received by a satellite over the Indian Ocean. Then silence. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 had vanished without a trace. The disappearance of MH370 triggered one of the largest and most expensive searches in aviation history. Initial search efforts focused on the South China Sea, the last known location of the plane according to civilian radar. However, the discovery of the satellite pings revealed that the plane had deviated significantly from its planned flight path and had continued flying for several hours after its last contact. The search area shifted to a remote stretch of the southern Indian Ocean, thousands of miles from the plane's intended route. Ships and planes from over 26 countries scoured the vast expanse of water, using sonar, underwater drones, and even robotic submarines to search for any sign of the missing plane. The search was fraught with challenges. The Indian Ocean, notorious for its rough seas and unpredictable weather, made the search operation difficult and dangerous. The sheer size of the search area, coupled with the lack of any concrete leads, made the task seem insurmountable. Despite their best efforts, the search yielded no conclusive evidence. Section 5. fragments of tragedy. Months turned into years and hope began to dwindle. The families of the passengers and crew, desperate for answers, clung to the slimmest of possibilities. Then, in July 2015, a piece of debris washed ashore on the island of Réunion off the coast of Madagascar. It was identified as a flaperon, a part of the wing from MH370. Over the next year, more pieces of debris were found on islands in the Indian Ocean and along the coast of Africa. In total, 27 pieces of debris were recovered, 3 of which were confirmed to be from MH370, with another 17 highly likely to be from the missing plane. These fragments, silent witnesses to the tragedy, provided the first tangible evidence that the plane had indeed crashed in the Indian Ocean. The discovery of the debris, while heartbreaking, offered a glimmer of hope. It provided a starting point, a clue that could potentially lead investigators to the final resting place of MH370. The search continued, fueled by the determination to bring closure to the families of those lost and to unravel the mystery of what happened to Flight 370. Section 6. The Pilot's Secret. Among the many theories surrounding the disappearance of MH370, one stood out for its chilling plausibility. Dr. Vincent Line, a former researcher for the British government's Defence Evaluation and Research Agency, proposed that the crash was a deliberate act by the pilot, Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah. Line based his theory on Shah's flight simulator data, which showed that he had practiced flying a route remarkably similar to the one MH370 took before it vanished. The simulated flight ended in the southern Indian Ocean, close to the area where the debris was eventually found. Line believed that Shah, for reasons unknown, had deliberately steered the plane off course and flown it until it ran out of fuel, crashing into the ocean. He pointed to a specific location, a deep underwater trench known as the Penang Longitude Deep Hole, as the most likely crash site. This location, according to Line, aligned with the longitude of Penang Airport's southwestern end, suggesting a possible personal connection for the pilot. Section 7. The Amazon Revelation. The discovery of MH370 in the Amazon rainforest, thousands of miles from the Indian Ocean, sent shockwaves through the world. It was a revelation that defied all logic, a twist that no one could have predicted. The question on everyone's lips: how did a Boeing 777, a sophisticated piece of machinery, end up crashing in the heart of the Amazon rainforest? The answer, if it exists, remains elusive. Some experts have speculated that the plane, rather than crashing directly into the ocean, may have made an emergency landing in the jungle. Perhaps, they suggest, the pilot, struggling with a mechanical failure or some other onboard emergency, attempted to bring the plane down safely but was ultimately unsuccessful. Others have proposed a more sinister explanation. Could the plane have been deliberately flown to the Amazon, perhaps as part of a smuggling operation or some other clandestine activity? The remoteness of the crash site, combined with the lack of any distress call from the pilot, lends credence to this theory. Section 8. A mystery remains. The discovery of MH370 in the Amazon rainforest, while providing some answers, has also raised a multitude of new questions. The investigation is ongoing, with experts from around the world working tirelessly to piece together the puzzle of what happened to Flight 370. The black boxes, which record flight data and cockpit audio, have yet to be recovered. These boxes, if found, could hold the key to unlocking the mystery of MH370. They could reveal what went wrong on that fateful night, whether it was a mechanical failure, pilot error, or some other unforeseen event. The discovery of MH370 in the Amazon, while a shocking development, does not negate the evidence pointing to the Indian Ocean. The debris found on the shores of various islands, confirmed to be from MH370, along with the satellite data analysis, strongly suggests that the plane did indeed crash in that region. The Amazon discovery presents a perplexing contradiction, one that demands further investigation. Section 9. Never Forgotten. The discovery of MH370, while bringing some closure to a years-long mystery, also serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of hope. For the families of the passengers and crew, the news, while bittersweet, offers a chance to finally lay their loved ones to rest. The crash site, now a place of pilgrimage for those seeking answers and paying their respects, stands as a solemn memorial to the 239 souls lost on that tragic day. The jungle, once a silent witness to the tragedy, now echoes with the whispers of their memory. The mystery of MH370 may never be fully solved, but the search for answers, the unwavering pursuit of truth, speaks to the best of humanity. It is a testament to the enduring power of hope, the refusal to let go of the memory of those lost, and the determination to learn from tragedy so that it may never happen again.